So ladies and gentlemen, welcome along to the Persian Gulf. We're here in Bahrain, not too far, about half an hour outside of the international airport. It's the 21st running of the Rotax Max Challenge Grand Finals. 378 drivers, 59 different nationalities, 7 classes. However, there's one particular individual whose journey I've been following since I met this young man from Hoboken, New Jersey, late last year. So without further ado, let's go meet the electric renegade. Right, greetings Mr. Spiezia, good to see you, buddy. It's been a bit of a long journey, you know. We met last year, Düsseldorf Pro Kart Raceland Circuit. You're running in the DKM. I'm going to take my sunglasses off for this one, so at least I can actually see him, even though I've seen a lot of you this week so far. But the genesis of the electric renegade, a hashtag coined by me, I think it really fell pretty much in sync with what you're trying to achieve as a driver that's looking to go the full hog with electric racing, especially with 2022 coming around the final corner. You know, ERA, you're looking to come back to Project E20, having 2 core focuses. The journey's been crazy for you and your mum and dad, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely been wild, sort of moving everything over here. You know, last year we were here for 2.5 months, but this year, you know, we moved out of our apartment, sold our car, came over here for 8 months, and 3 different series. I think total races excluding qualifying, it's been 48, so lots of track time, and loved every second of it. Also, not just the odd occasional podium or 2, but it's also been on the top step. You know, you've had a couple of wins this year, a pre-final in the first round of the DKM this year, and also winning a race at Mulsanne on the Project E20 Tour. You know, you've been along for the ride with your 2 Jedis, as you've effectively been the Padawan, you know, Steve Chapman and Daryl Smith, and you found out the hard way when he managed to hit a hook kick to the backside of your race helmet one particular occasion, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's just Daryl. You know, we're at the rental car place, decided to kick me in the helmet, but no, he's been great. He's really sort of helped me and really developed me as a driver. You know, I definitely think I'd be where I am today without him. So he's really been a key piece in developing me. And then he introduced me to my mechanic, Eugen, and he's been awesome all season, really pushing me in the kart to be as good as possible. And been able to step into a few gas races this season. We met up with Combi Kart at a demo day in Eindhoven, so got to do some senior Rotax, switch it up a bit, and transfer some of that driving into some combustion. Yeah, one particular driver, Jens van der Heyden, also ran in the well, Jens ran in it, Luca Nieuwenhuizen from the Netherlands also ran in it, Oscar Pelmele, this year's champion, Alexia Lava, runner-up this year. I mean, you finished 5th in the standings. I mean, you must be pretty pleased with the progress that you've made. You've now turned 16, you're keeping your core strength up, you're exercising as any good athlete should do. I mean, how proud are your mum and dad of how you've transitioned, you know, from, like, say, a little chrysalis into an electric butterfly, so to speak? Yeah, I think everyone sort of in our little community of people are a bit surprised, as I am too, as I didn't think I'd sort of progress this far. You know, when coming into this season, I was looking to just kind of start off where I finished last year, which was sort of that middle of the pack running, just getting used to it. But I think after Mulsanne, it sort of kicked off that sort of higher level of driving for me. I think pretty much 3/4 of the races after Mulsanne that we did, I was on the podium, so definitely leveled up.
And also, not only narrowly missing out on the E20 Championship for the Euro Trophy, but then also being told that you got the wildcard ticket. I mean, that must have put the biggest smile on your face. I mean, I remember when your mum told me the news, and I was just like thinking, you know what, after all the sacrifice, moving several thousand miles away from Hoboken, stationing out of Düsseldorf, your mum's told me now that you guys have got 2 storage containers in 2 separate continents, so North America and now in Europe, and obviously the focus, ERA on the bubble for next year with the Mitsubishi. A fantastic concept, really giving drivers like yourself an opportunity going in where you have a mechanic, you have an engineer, and you're the one that's really maximising your strategy. We all know that electric is, in some respects, in terms of motorsport application, still very much in its infancy. I mean, the strides that Formula E have done over the last 8 seasons that they've done has been nothing short of fantastic, with the likes of Alejandro Agag and the whole team at Formula E. Formula One with its ERS hybrid application, the hypercars now coming out for World Endurance Championship, and now Rotax taking a risk, and after 2 seasons the technology is proven, and now it expands for 2022 where the Euro Trophy, and I'm glad I'm back for that one because there'll be 3 race weekends, 2 classes, juniors and seniors, and from what I understand 2 grand finals tickets in each class up for grabs, champion and vice champion. That's something that must be mouth-watering to come back to the Euro Trophy and still keep with the Rotax family.
Yeah, I think I'll definitely still be around the paddock. You know, it's important for me and ERA to be in their first season, I think, to sort of be part of that first group. But their season ends pretty early, so we'll definitely be around the paddock. And it's nice to finally get to the grand finals. We were supposed to come last year, but then it got canceled. So to be here this year for the first year with the electric kart, it's really awesome.
I think also one of the things now, being able to represent Team USA, go full America, and you know, the Instagram video, seeing you, you know, a change in how things have moved forward, your identity as an individual on social media, like the reels that have been coming through, all the small video clips like 30 seconds. It just shows how much impact that you've had. I don't just think as a racing driver, but also as an individual. You know, you're individual, you're unique, you believe in this project. Your mum and dad, like, you know, with it being the age of light, it's very Tron-esque. You know, it has that sort of sci-fi feel about it. I mean, how did the Age of Light sort of name come up, really?
Yeah, it was sort of a thing that we were thinking about, you know, to make on our website, like our brand. And what we call, why we're filming is basically it's the Age of Light, it's the Age of Electric. So that's sort of how that came about. Just got a helmet painted, so new lid for next season, and excited about that as well. So definitely sort of switching gears brand-wise as we move into cars.
I think that's always good that, you know, that this is the last time we're going to see the plain white helmet, and to have the true Ellis Spiezia identity, the Elysium Racing Age of Light identity really brought to the fold. How excited are you about next season?
I'm really excited. I think ERA is definitely going to be a place where I think I can really show where I can drive. I think it's definitely, I edge onto the side of being a bit better in a car than a kart. So I think it's definitely something that I've done a lot of race schools back in the States in a car. So it also kind of resets the playing field for me of experience level. Is, you know, it's always starting late and been fighting an uphill battle just on pure experience of every driver here. So to be able to have that sort of reset button, I think is really going to play well for me.
Really, one final question. Now that we're finally here, the reality is now here. You've been out for 6 non-qualifying practice sessions. You've got practice 7 tomorrow, qualifying, and then the first heat is under the floodlights. You couldn't have asked for a better atmosphere even if you tried, could you?
No, yeah, I think, you know, the electric kart, we have the lights on it on the front to know it's in drive, so I think at night that looks really cool as well. So always happy to race at night, especially under the lights on a track like this.
Ellis, good to see you, buddy. Good luck for the rest of the week.
Thank you.